All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we are going to be discussing, reading through a short story called Bus. Okay, and while we read through it, we'll be practicing our pronunciations as we read through the story here. Okay, if you've never been to my reading classes, I like to practice pronunciation. So read through a couple paragraphs each and practice the words or phrases, endings, consonants, things like that we can focus on. All right, looks like right now, who do I have in class? Hangouts is not showing me who I have here. Do I have anybody in class right now?
Yes.
Is that Amparo?
No, Aga.
Aga, okay. Yeah, I can't see you. Aga, I'm gonna and Hangouts just froze as well. So I'm gonna exit Hangouts and then come right back in. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, how about that? Yes, now it's working better. Okay, very good. Okay, you guys, let's see who we have in class so far. Hello, Nura, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How's it going, Teacher Chen?
Things are going very well. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
All right, how about Tatiana? How you doing?
Chat, I'm good, thanks. And you?
Great. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for asking. All right. And how about Emmanuel? How are you? Emmanuel, can you hear me okay? All right. Let's go to Amparo.
Hi. How are you?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing good. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
All right. And Aga.
Yes, hello.
How you doing? All
I'm
right,
doing
very good.
You?
I'm doing great. Alpha, welcome to class as well. And Emmanuel, it sounded like you chimed in. Is your microphone working okay?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you just fine. Welcome to class. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
Okay, you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. The link is already in the chat box. Aga was good enough to put it, was kind enough to put it in there for me. So go ahead and open that up. I'll put it in the Google chat box as well for you. Okay, so when you open it, this is what you'll see. All right, so this is the StoryStar website. Okay, the title of the selection is called Bus. All right, let's start off with Aga on the left-hand side. Aga, please read the first two paragraphs.
Okay. It is never easy when one attempts to analyze a relationship. There are so many variables to consider, and they are as constant as sand in a windstorm. Each memory of a shared existence changing with age and the seasons. The bad times fade like clothes in the sun, and the good times loom like a full moon on a cold, clear night. The truth, as I have come to see it, lays somewhere between. I have told people over the years that I am an only child, and that my brother agrees. His memories of our childhood are totally different from my own. He remembers little of our early years, while I remember little else. We are only 2 years apart in age, so it is not that we grew up in totally different situations. We had the same parents, went to the same schools, knew many of the same people, and yet he does not remember me. I can only attribute this to his centrist attitude, him being the center of a world that God had created for his benefit. His attitude and self-absorption had been propagated by a simple fact: he, like the proverbial cat, always seemed to land on his feet. No matter how hard he tried to destroy himself with self-indulgent behavior, he floated to the top like Cheerios in a bowl of milk. He didn't always emerge unscathed, but he did emerge when others would have been fitted for their last suit. I used to think of it as fate, but after years of observation and his continued success at avoiding serious long-term impairment, I had to conclude that it had to be luck.
Very good. Let's take a look at some words here. First up is a new word for you, I would imagine. The word is unscathed.
Unscathed.
Good. One more time. Unscathed.
Unscathed.
Yep, that means unhurt, undamaged.
Okay.
So without any harm. Okay. Next new word is propagated. Okay, with the stress at the very beginning of the word, propagated. Try that.
Propagated.
Okay. One more time. Propagated.
Propagated.
Very good. Let's go to the TH in brother. My brother would. My brother agrees. So focus on that TH sound. My brother agrees.
My brother agrees.
Okay, give me a TH there. Instead of a D, you had said brother. It's brother. Brother agrees. Try that.
My brother agrees.
There you go. That's it. Nice job. And our last word is shared. Here you had said shared. Okay, an sound. This is an air sound. So shared. Try that.
Shared.
Good. Nice job. Very good. Thank you, Aga.
Thank you.
Let's go to Amparo. And Amparo, let me have you read the next 3 paragraphs.
Okay. His attitude and self-absorption had been propagated by a simple fact. He, like the proverbial cat, always seemed to land on his feet. No matter how hard he tried to destroy himself with self-indulgent behavior, he floated to the top like Cheerios in a bowl of milk. He didn't always emerge.
Oh, you know what? Amparo, I apologize. I thought that paragraph sounded familiar. Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured so. So yeah, go down
The
to
next one.
luck.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Luck
luck.
is a wonderful word.
Yeah, and we'll do those 2 paragraphs in about half of this
The
big
next
one
one.
right here. Yeah, so go to life is so remarkable. Okay, go ahead.
Luck is a wonderful word. It removes all aspects of accountability and places the whole of one's existence on the wheel of life. The age of reason never arrives, and the concept of growing older is not recognized by the psyche. Time also has no relevance, because there cannot be true pleasure in the future. It is an emotion rooted in the present. It revolves around the notion of cause and effect, and culminates in immediate gratification. The idea of a saving account is as inconceivable as waiting in line, concept relegated to those who do not believe in luck, but in God. Just as the family dynamic defines our social reality, our spiritual reality is defined by circumstance. No matter the teachings, the theology, or in some cases poor timing, our spiritual awareness often evolves from experience. When life and spirituality don't run on parallel tracks, it is understandable that meaning derived from those experiences derived from those experiences, although real may not be totally accurate. That said, however, it doesn't make them any less real, or in my brother's case, reinforcing. Sunday school, the social imperative heaped upon the unsuspecting young when at their most impressionable is a tolerated practice by many who lack a way to genuinely object. But for my brother, it became the place where he realized that it was he who was destined to sit at the right hand of God. This ability to place himself in the rose-colored light of improbability is what makes his light so remarkable.
Wow, we had a lot of big words here.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at some. Okay, first up is impressionable.
Impressionable.
One more time, impressionable.
Impressionable.
Okay, this word here is heaped.
Heaped.
Okay, now you are pronouncing a he, heaped. It is he. Go straight to that Spanish I. He.
Yeah, long one.
Heaped.
Yeah, heaped.
Okay, one more time. He, heaped.
Heaped.
There, that's it. Heaped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Let's go to derived. Where did derived go? Are you serious? Derived.
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
It
Yeah.
was in the
Yeah, so this is derived. Derived.
derived.
One more time. Derived.
Derived.
Good. Okay, let's go to social.
Social.
Yeah, this one you gave a Spanish accent on social. So it's social. Okay.
Social.
Let's go to circumstance.
Circumstance.
One more time. Circumstance.
Circumstance.
Okay. And inconceivable. Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable. One more time.
Inconceivable.
Good. Let's go to now gratification was good. You had some like understandable was good as well. Relevance, pleasure. Make sure to pronounce that Z sound there instead of pleasure. Pleasure. Pleasure.
Pleasure.
One more time. Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Good. Okay, let's go to recognized. Make sure to get that ED ending. Recognized.
Recognized.
Good. And last one, short I sound, existence.
Existence.
Good. All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, let's go to, is this Anastasia or Oksana? Hello, is this Anastasia or Oksana? Nope, I can't hear you, Anastasia. Yeah, check your mic settings. Okay, check your mic settings and let me know when you're back in, okay? Emmanuel?
Sí, yes.
All right, let me have you continue. So starting right here where it says it was, okay? So it was, and I'll have you finish off that paragraph, read the next one, and then come down to where it says that was past, okay? So finish off with this paragraph. Thank you. Go ahead.
It wasn't that he had the kind of disposition that would not recognize failure. It was that the promise he held for himself was one just short of beatification. He recognized early in life that he had been put on earth merely for the exposure. He had no intention of remaining a moment longer than necessary. What would be the point? He had considered his family, extremely fortunate to have him and me. Well, I was tolerated by him because, like it or not, we shared an ancestral heritage, not to mention a bedroom. I have to admit I admired his outlook. I also realized that is extreme optimist and more to do with refusing to accept the consequence of his actions more than the action themselves. Failure never occurred to him, for his mind could, could not contemplate what he refused to see. He coupled this remarkable feat with his incredibly short attention span. A chaotic event occurring on Monday would by Tuesday be replaced with a version that more suited the vision of the world in which he lived. The reality of a stone thrown by a neighborhood boy, nearly building him, became obliterated by the notion that functioning with one eye for a period of time not only made him a more dashing figure, but also would lead to the eventual discarding of his eyeglasses. The fact that the vision in his left eye never returned to normal didn't bother him in the slightest. That was the past.
Okay, very good. Now, Emmanuel, are you from Italy?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I had thought. All right, very good. So let's take a look at some words here. Okay, I want to take a look at some basic vowel sounds as well as the R sound. Okay, so we'll take a look at the R sound first, or sorry, the R sound last. Basic vowel sounds first. Okay, so for example, this word here is vision. Okay, you're using a Italian I saying vision. Okay, this is vision. Please repeat that.
Vision.
Good. One more time. Vision.
Vision.
Good. Okay. Let's go to version.
Version.
Good. Much better. Version. Okay. All right. Now, this vowel sound here, okay, would not be coupled. It is coupled. Coupled. Try that.
Coupled.
Good. Nice. One more time. Coupled. Excellent. All right. Now, let's talk about the short I. We went over the short I with vision, but we have many small words like him, his, it, in, okay, and is that have the short I. These are two of them. So instead of saying him and he's, it is him and his. Try that, please. Him, his.
Him, his.
Good. One more time. Him, his.
Him, his.
Excellent. Nice job. Okay. Let's take a look here at the short E in saying bedroom. Bedroom. Good. One more time. Bedroom. Okay. Very good. And the short U. This is put. Okay. Instead of put. There you go. Put. One more time. Okay. Very nice. And this word here, instead of being kind, it is kind.
Okay. Kind.
Yeah, that's the long I sound. Kind. All right.
Kind.
Very good. Now let's practice some R's. I went through a couple R sounds here, and you were able to pronounce them very well. Okay, first one is promise.
Promise.
There you go, promise.
Promise. No.
Okay. Okay, how about recognize? Recognize.
It's difficult. Can you repeat?
Recognize.
Recognize.
Okay, good, good. Let's try a smaller one.
It's difficult for me.
It's okay.
The sound.
You're doing very well. Okay, this word here is rose.
Rose.
Good, good. Now, Emmanuel, your R sounds are very good. Okay, you definitely can pronounce those sounds. The one thing that you need to do when you're reading and when you're speaking is focus on those. Okay, because you are pronouncing a lot of hard R sounds. Okay, when you read rose, you said rose. Okay, and recognize and promised. Okay, so you were rolling your R's there. Remember, the English R is okay?
Okay.
Yes,
Chad, can I ask a question?
Sure.
When you say shout, the second word, what is?
Okay. Where is the word shout?
Shout out.
Shout out. Is it here in the reading?
No. When you say to me to repeat.
Please repeat that. Is what I would say, or
the first word is shout.
Shout. The first word you and I went over was the word vision. No, it was the short I. Is that what you're talking about? Short I sound.
Okay. Short.
Sure. Short I. That is the I. Instead of E, it is I.
Okay. Short.
Okay. Short I. I put that in the chat box for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Siri Juan, how are you? Siri Juan.
Hello. Hello. I'm
there.
fine. I'm fine.
Great.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Let's have you read, okay? So
Okay.
starting at his outlook. Okay, let me have you read down to necessity than need, okay?
Okay. Okay, I start to read.
Yes, please.
His outlook, just attention span and rejection of facts that did not fit into his vision of the world, and his obsession with heroism. The life of Superman, or work to his detriment over the years, is what in one way a blessing as far as those who were forced towards his demise were concerned, that he not only did not see his deterioration, but rather used it to place himself on a higher rank, where he looked upon the aspiring with hopeless pity. His view of life must, like that of a child on Christmas Eve, allowed him to overlook the toll extra by drugs and alcohol. Each day was a new beginning, the scars from the previous day having been turned into a badge of honors, allow him to put on a new set of ties and freshly laundered cape and head into the world ready to defend his utopian vision as lies such a fatigue had dulled the shine of his character, but refusing it refusing to look in the rear view mirror. He had no vision but his own. I believe he had a quarantine angel that watches over him, and much like a doing parents choose not to see his faults, but rather believe his rendition of events. The daily infusions of my numbing substance was not a conscious effort to escape, he told me once, but an attempt to heighten his awareness so that he might better be able to relate to those he was destined to brush up against, much like one relate to others in an elevator more out of necessity than need. That's
All
all,
right.
teacher.
There you go. There you go. Thank you.
It's hard
All
for me.
right. You did very well. You did very well. Nice job. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
thank
So
you.
first off, Siri Juan, where are you
Okay,
from?
I'm from Thailand.
From Thailand. Okay,
Yes,
excellent. So I want to practice a sound with you. This is the L sound. Okay.
L.
So we had words like relate. Okay.
Okay,
Relate that I want to practice. Now, when we pronounce the L sound, our tongue curves up like this, and it touches the top of our mouth. Okay?
yes,
When you are pronouncing the L, you are leaving your tongue down. Okay? And you're saying re-wait, re-wait, in pronouncing an oo sound. Okay? The L, okay, our tongue touches the top of our mouth. Relate.
relate,
Relate.
relate,
Okay, get the R sound. Relate.
relate,
Okay, the L is good, but you need the R. You're leaving out the R. Okay, relate. Relate.
le,
Okay, get the R. Okay, so the L
R,
is now good. So R. Re.
re,
Good.
re,
So relate.
relate,
Oh, go back to the R. Re.
re, re,
Relate.
relate,
Relate.
relate.
Go to the R. Don't forget the R sound. Okay.
Okay.
Re.
Re,
Relate.
relate.
Okay. Let's go to another word here. Okay. Only. I'll type this in the box. Only.
Only,
Good. That's it. That's the L. Only.
only,
Good. Okay. Let's try the word little. Okay, so it starts with an L and ends with an L. Little.
little,
Good. One more time. Little.
little.
Good. Okay, so whenever you have a word with an L, make sure that your tongue touches the top
Yes.
of your mouth. Little. Okay, make sure it's touching the top. Okay, that's very important to that L sound. Okay.
Okay.
Now I want to also look at the V sound.
V,
Good. That's so we want to say over.
over,
Good. One more time. Over.
over.
Good. Okay. So let's look here on the paragraph. Okay, and over was at sort of the very beginning. We also had vision. So I want to find an L and a V. So, okay. So from right here, that did not fit into his vision of the world. Okay, that has an E and L there, world, and his obsession with heroes, the likes of Superman. Okay, try that. Try that sentence, please.
That did not fit into his vision of the world and his obsession with heroes, the likes of Superman.
Great. Much better job with the L and the V sound. Okay.
Okay.
Now we had some other words that I wanted to practice, but we can't get to those. Okay. I wanted to make sure that you were that you could pronounce the L and the V though. Okay. So so keep practicing those. Keep focusing on the L. Okay.
L.
L. L.
L.
Okay. The tongue to
L.
the top, and the V. V. Vision. Okay. Teeth
V.
on top of the lips. Vision, okay? That's how we
Vision.
pronounce that. So focus on the L and the V sound, okay?
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sure, no problem. Let's go to Tatiana.
Okay.
All right, and I can't remember. Did we end with need? I think so. So this is need, I think. So let's go to he had large brown eyes. Finish off that paragraph. Read this next paragraph, and we'll read just a little bit of this third one here, okay? Down to player, piano player. Go ahead.
He had large brown eyes. Those he chose to speak to found themselves drawn to their own image reflected in them, making them feel like small children. I have more than once seen the involuntary movement of eyes groping his aura, and with an unknowing smile of triumph on their lips, their hand finding his. They waited for him to lead them wherever he chose to go. I knew him better than most, not because I studied his movements or analyzed his psychology, but simply because as children we were forced to spend so much of our time together. What I knew of him I had learned casually through a form of osmosis, a condition we are subjected to throughout our lives. I too was drawn to him like a mouse to peanut butter. I, however, having experienced the weight of his arrogance, was better able to fend off the predictable results. It wasn't that I was smarter than his other subjects, or even that I knew what to expect. It was just that as children we act most often on an emotional plane that supersedes reason. It is in these actions an attempt to survive that, unbeknownst to us, we eventually adopt a form of social action that we carry with us for life. A good kick in the shins had more to do with our eventual relationship than it probably should have, but then I suppose that could be said of most relationships. My intention is not to explain my brother through the cataracts of jealousy, for jealousy, I can assure you, has not been the result of my connectedness to him. Quite the contrary, this belief would better summarize my analysis of his life as it flickered past me like a silent film, me being the piano player.
All right, very good. Nice job here. Let's go to our first word. The word is analysis.
Analysis.
Yeah, one more time. Analysis.
Analysis.
Yeah, when you have analyze ending with a Z sound, that is a verb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, analysis is the noun. Okay, very good. Let's go to good job with cataracts. That was good. Where's that word? Oh, contrary. That's the one. So instead of contrary, contrary with the stress at the beginning.
Contrary.
Good. Okay, let's go to the word could. Instead of could, it is could.
Yeah, could.
There, that's it. Nice job. Okay, supersedes. The stress is at the end. Supersedes reason. Try those two.
Supersedes reason.
Good, much better. I want to add a hint on this word. You pronounced it correctly. You can pronounce that T as a D. So instead of saying smarter, you can say smarter. But it just depends if you're going for more of a British accent or an American accent.
Okay.
If it's British, stay with the T sound. If you are going for American, it is a D sound.
Okay, thanks for advice.
psychology. Where did you go? Psychology. Here it is. Psychology. That CH is a K sound. Psychology.
Psychology.
This here, instead of being past tense, it is lead. They waited for him to lead them.
To lead.
And let's go to lips. And we'll
Lips.
practice the short I sound here.
My favorite.
Yep, so instead of leaps, lips. Yep,
Lips.
and one more. Chose. Instead of choose, this is chose.
Chose.
Yeah, choose has 2 O's.
Chose.
All right, very good. Okay, everything else sounded really nice. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, so we went to piano player, so right there. And Noura, let me have you continue, please. From I had many ways. Finish off this paragraph, read this next one, and I'll have you read down to but respect.
Okay. I had in many ways been relegated to the position of keeper of the flame. It was not intentional, and I assure you I hold no grudge. It was just the nature of the uh, of the universe coming into play, not unlike the peacock that spreads his colorful feathers to draw attention to himself. Whether a conscious act or an evolutionary notice is forthcoming, and much like the squeaky wheel or the crying child, it receives the attention. My sense of observation were made more acute, one might argue, due to the fact that we were not actually full brothers, but shared only one half of the dana available from the primordial bull. We were products of a mother who raised us without the help of our biological fathers, who were more than pleased by this fact. Through experience and observation, I can attest to the fact that neither of us suffered greatly because of this situation. The father figure in our home was not genetically linked to either of us, but took little notice of that fact. For all practical purposes, we were his children, and in our childhood state of ungratefulness, we of course didn't realize that significance of this until much later in our lives. It is difficult to appreciate love that is not inherited. Love is an emotion that cannot be sought or sold. It is an emotion that roots like sweet on a humid day, bursting out in an attempt to warn us of the dangers and leaving an undeniable sign of having succeeded. Gerald, as he asked us to call him, did not demand obedience or even the semblance of love, but respect.
Okay, very good. All right, let's take a look at some words here. First up is semblance. Semblance. So this is a short E as well as the A. That will be treated as a short E as well. Semblance.
Semblance.
Good, good. Nice job. Let's go to the word live. I believe it's live. Let's see. Okay, or lives. So instead of lives, it is lives.
Lives.
Uh-huh. Very good. Okay, let's go to these two words. They are pronounced genetically linked.
Genetically linked.
Good. One more time. Genetically linked.
Genetically linked.
Good. Let's practice the TH sounds here, okay? So I can attest to the fact that neither of us suffered. Okay, so focusing on the, that, and neither, all voiced TH sounds. So try that, please.
I can attest to the fact that neither of us suffered.
Great. Those sounded really good. Okay. So when you can definitely pronounce those. When you are reading though, focus on those. Make sure that you are saying the and not the fact that neither. Okay, because you were pronouncing Z sounds there. Okay.
Yeah.
So focus on those because you can definitely pronounce them, and when you say them, they sound perfect. They sound great. Okay. So keep focusing on that. All right. This word here. You had said pre-mortal. Okay, this word is primordial.
Primordial.
Yeah, one more time. Primordial.
Primordial.
Great. Okay. Let's go to the word shared. Let's see. Common consequences. Uh-oh. I lost it. Uh-oh, I did lose it. Dang it. Where did it go? Okay, so I'll write it in the chat box. This was my last word for you. Okay, so the word is shared. Shared. Okay, giving it a sound. It is shared.
Yeah, shared.
Good, just like that. All right, very good. Thank you very much. Nice job.
Thank you.
Great. All right, so let's see who we have here. Goliath came in. How you doing, Goliath?
I'm doing fine. And you?
I'm doing great. Good to have you. Let me have you read next. And we went to but respect. Okay, so since we have about 15 minutes left and a few new people came in, I'm going to shorten up the paragraphs just a bit, okay? So, Goliath, let me have you read from he did not, and I'll have you read about half of this next paragraph here, going down to intentions. Okay? Go ahead, please.
Okay. He did not expect us to be like him, for which I will be eternally grateful, perhaps because he had a part in bringing us into the world. He felt we owed him nothing, although it was evident to us even as children. He didn't hold himself to the same standard. He never adopted us. He did more than that. He cared about us. He encouraged us to be more than we thought possible. He wanted us to have a better life than he had had. He respected us more than we respected ourselves, which now, after all these years, I have come to understand as one of the aspects of love. Respect is a concept not only difficult to define, but even more difficult to appreciate because it has an inherent meaning that hangs like the tail of the kite. Which without it could not soar. It is the balancing agent between responsibility and freedom. That part of us that knows almost instinctively if something is a good idea or merely a rebellious act. Respect doesn't mean what we must accept advice given to us. On the contrary, it helps us see the obligation in doing just the opposite. Respect is the acceptance of that advice with gratitude and the feeling of knowing that it came with the best intentions.
Okay, very good. Very good pronunciations here. I want to take a look at 3 words is all. First up, the word could. All right. Instead of saying an oo sound and saying could, the word is could. could. Try that, please.
Could.
Good. Nice job. Appreciate. Okay, our stress is on the re right here. Appreciate. Try that.
Appreciate.
Okay, good. And one last word. With difficult, make sure to pronounce short I's, both at the beginning and in the middle. Di-fi. Instead of difficult, it is difficult.
Difficult.
There you go. That's it. Okay. Everything else sounded really good. Nice reading. Thank you, Goliath. Let's go to Ali. Ali, how are you?
Fine, thanks. And you, can you hear me?
Yes, I can definitely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Good.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you just fine. Let me have you continue, please. Please read, or please finish off this paragraph here, and read this next paragraph here until dimensions. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thanks. It is also incumbent upon us to accept that advice or reject it, not because we wish to offend or placate, but because it is our way of placing our big toe in the water to determine if it is too hot or cold. Only we can do that. To understand the meaning of respect, we must experience life on its own terms and based on the understanding we draw from our experiments and make the best decisions possible. My brother was never able to follow the progression of steps from experimentation to evolution to learning, whether it had something to do with a mysticism that allowed him to forego the learning curve. I have no knowledge, but my observation over the years have led me to believe it may be the case. I've heard it said that we are in fact God. We are the embodiments of our own creation. This may be true, but I have no experience with the metaphysical. The closest I the closest I have come is being told by a woman at an obscure party that I had a spectacular aura. I had no idea what was meant, but it did confirm a suspicion I have that there are people who know of things I do not. I'm not suggesting knowledge as we know it, but rather a form of enlightened intuition. Intuition. After all, there are those who can draw, play music, sign. Why can't there be those who can communicate in other dimensions?
Okay, very good. Thank you. Let's take a look at some words here, please. First up is sing. Sing.
Sing.
Good. Okay, now remember the AW in most words will not make an ow sound. You had pronounced an oo at the end. It creates an ah sound only. The word is draw. Please repeat that. Draw.
Draw.
Okay, now with the beginning of the word, okay, we're going to pronounce a dr sound. Dr, ah, draw.
Draw.
That's
Draw.
it. Good, good. The first one you did. Dr, draw.
Draw.
Good, much better. Okay, let's take a look at your short I sounds. So instead of saying eat did, we are going to say it did. It did.
It did.
Good, much better. Okay, these two words are spectacular, aura. Spectacular, aura.
Spectacular aura.
Good. Okay. This word here, instead of saying closest, this is going to be an unvoiced S sound. The word is close, Closest. Closest. Try that.
Closest.
Good. One more time. Closest.
Closest.
Good. Good. Okay. Let's go to decisions. Okay, right here. Focusing on the short I again. So we're going to say decisions instead of decisions. Decisions. Try that.
Decisions.
Good, good. Okay, and one more, short I. Okay, this word is wish. Instead of wish, it is wish.
Wish.
Great, okay. Yeah, so make sure you're focusing on your short I sounds. And whenever you see a DR together, that is a dr sound. Okay, drawing, drink, driving. Okay, dr. Okay, that's how we pronounce that. Okay,
Drink.
very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Let's go to Action. How you doing, Action?
I'm doing well. And what about you, Chad?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Okay, Action. Let me have you read this next paragraph, please. Starting with when.
Okay. When we look at the paintings of Salvador Dali, Warhol, or Picasso, it is evident that they communicated through their art. They communicated not in words but impressions, snapshots, if you will, a place they visited. Their visions were not of saints or even God himself, but of everyday life in a different dimensions. When some of us look at their world, it causes us to fear for our own. It's not just the idealism that makes us turn away, but the reminder that not all things are as they appear. We have negotiated over time, and the results are a set of standards that, although wrought with compromise, are the common result and necessary for communication. When the color red is displayed, we do not experience that color in the same manner as perhaps that stranger standing next to us in the museum. When discussing the painting, we do, however, when referring to the color, share a concept that allows us to convey our feelings and thoughts. It's not this area that lies between compromise and reality that my brother lives.
Okay, very good. Let's take a look at some words here. This is reality, starting off with the sound, reality.
Reality.
Good, much better. Okay, let's go to the word museum. The accent is at the end of the word museum, so on that E, museum.
Museum.
Okay, one more time, museum.
Museum.
There you go, that's it. Okay. Common result. Okay, are the common result necessary? Try those words, please.
Are the common result necessary?
Much better there. Okay, and one last word, away, and we're going to focus on that W sound. So instead of saying away, we say away, away.
Away.
There you go. One more time, away.
Away.
Good, very good. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
All right, let's go to back up to the top. So Aga.
Yes.
Aga, let me have you read a little bit of this paragraph. We're going to try and get through some readers here since we've got about 5 minutes left. So let me have you read from I have known until expected, please.
Okay. I have known of those who live in this dimension, and I have suspected others. John Lennon, Lenny, Bruce, Dylan all seem to have had their shows off, their tools constantly testing the waters of the world to determine the vastness of that ever-changing dimension. It has been said that there is a fine line between sanity and insanity. It is said that adding too much yellow to blue will give you green, but not the green you may have expected.
Okay, good. Let's take a look here. So this word is determine.
Determine.
And vastness.
Vastness.
Okay, and then one correction here as well. You're very close with this word. It sounds sort of like you're saying sad, though. It is sad. We want to use a short E sound. It is said. Try that. It is said.
It is said.
Good. There you go. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's go to Amparo. Amparo, please continue. Let me have you read from there is danger down to no distractions.
There is danger inherent in any adventure. Explorers often return having found nothing but pain and disappointment. It is difficult for those who dabble in the new dimension, but I believe it is often more difficult for those of us who do not. We are suspect of the result brought to us by these explorers. We find ourselves debating the shades of black when what is being shown us is the emptiness it represents, or is its stunning brightness due to the fact it had no distractions.
There you go. Yes, distractions. Okay. This word here is dabble.
Dabble. Okay.
Da with an a sound, that whiny a. And remember, this is bra instead of broat. It is brought.
Brought.
Okay, very good. And this word here is do. Okay, it would not be a diphthong having two different vowel sounds there, but only one vowel sound. Do. One more time. There you go.
Do.
Good. That's it. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Let's go to let's see, City One.
Yes.
All right, City One. Let me have you read from here from "We are suspicious" down to the end of this paragraph, please.
Okay. We are as suspicious of the spoils as we are suspicious of a man on the streets speaking to us in a foreign language. We do not understand.
Hold on 1 second. Make sure the L sound, foreign language. Okay? Remember, get your tongue up to the top of your mouth, foreign language. Okay? So keep going, but pay attention to your L sounds. Okay? Go ahead.
Okay. We do not understand, cannot understand, and therefore to maintain our own sanity must label these spoils so that we might understand. We label them in the manner we have been taught. We compromise for the sake of communication so that we can better debate the merits of the something we will not understand. We call this new dimension art, and then we go home happy.
There you go. Okay, much better job with the L sounds, okay? So when you concentrate on them, you're able to pronounce them, okay? I do want to go over this word here. Never. Try that.
Never.
Good, much better. Okay, good. Keep focusing on your L's and V's, and then we can move on to another sound, okay? How about Tatiana, and then I'll go to Jun Wong, okay? So Tatiana, go ahead and read this next paragraph, please.
Okay. I do not mean to imply that my brother floats in and out of his dimension at all on periodic expeditions. He may have done that at one time, but I believe somewhere along the way he simply could not find his way back or chose not to return. I can with certainty tell you when it happened, for I was there and observed the change in his eyes when they turned from blue to green. Gregory Hines, a classmate, added just a drop too much yellow.
All right, very good. Good pronunciations here.
Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything out of the ordinary. Very good. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Junwon.
Oh, yes.
Hi there. Let me have you read this paragraph, please. And this will be our last paragraph for the hour. Go ahead and start off with Gregory until advantage. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Gregory was a stocky boy with a shock of unruly hair that made his head appear too large for his body. Whether this was the impetus for his nature or something else that followed him about I do not know, but he was in no uncertain terms a bully. I had seen him make kiss, eat worms, lick fingerprints from the windows of the school bus, other assorted forms of torture, and all with just a suggestion of pain. I never actually saw him physically force anyone to perform the suggested acts of degradation. Fear is a powerful tool, and Gregory had learned to use it to his advantage.
Okay, very good. Very good. Let's practice powerful. Make sure to get that L at the end. Powerful.
Powerful.
Good.
Powerful.
All right. And the word saw. Okay, we would not say saw. It is saw.
Saw.
Okay. And at the very beginning, at least I think, from what I remember, the word is impetus. All right. Yeah, so impetus. Right here, please.
Yes.
Oops. Impetus.
Impetus.
Yep, impetus.
Impetus.
Good. Very good, you guys. Okay. Thank you guys so very much for coming into class. I need to run to my next one. I'm actually late right now, but I wanted to make sure I could get everybody to read. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.